Imagine a world where the Roman Empire never fell. No dark ages. No broken roads. No lost knowledge. The legions still march across Europe, the Senate still debates in marble halls, and Latin isn't a dead language, it's the voice of the modern world. In this world, Rome didn't vanish into history books, it adapted, evolved, and endured. This is the story of how one decision changed everything, and gave birth to a 2,000-year empire. The year is 476 AD, the moment history says Rome collapsed. But not in this timeline. Here, a new emperor, Julius Flavius Aurelius, sees the storm coming. Instead of fighting every tribe that knocks on Rome's gates, he makes a choice that changes history. He offers the barbarian leaders something no emperor had offered before: citizenship. The Goths, Vandals, and Franks are no longer Rome's enemies. They become part of it. Their warriors join the legions. Their chiefs sit in the Senate. Their families trade in Roman markets. Rome stops being an empire of conquest and becomes an empire of cooperation. To keep the empire strong, the Senate transforms too. The old families lose power. Governors from Gaul, Egypt, and Britannia now have a voice. They pass the Edict of Unity, declaring that anyone born under Roman law is Roman, no matter their bloodline. The army changes next. Heavy, slow legions turn into mobile cohorts, smaller, faster, better armed. Iron weapons are improved using techniques from northern tribes. Roads are repaired. New trade cities rise where forts once stood. Rome's engineers keep innovating, building bridges of iron, water-powered mills, and early machines that make construction faster than ever. Religion evolves, too. Christianity becomes the empire's heart, but old Roman festivals remain. Instead of banning ancient gods, the church blends them into saints and symbols. The empire learns to keep its traditions without losing faith. By the year 600 AD, the empire's reach extends from the misty coasts of Britannia to the deserts of Persia. Its capital, Nova Roma, built near modern-day Istanbul, is a marvel of marble towers, aqueducts, and learning. Philosophers debate alongside generals. Libraries store knowledge from every corner of the known world. There is no dark age. Art thrives. Science grows. Roads are safe, and trade flows from Africa to China. In this world, the eagle of Rome still flies, its shadow stretching across continents. The empire has not fallen. It has only changed its shape. By the 7th century, the Roman Empire has grown far beyond what any emperor could have imagined. But this is not the Rome of marble ruins and fading glory, it's a living, breathing superpower. The empire's capital, Nova Roma, glows at night with oil lamps lining streets paved in white stone. Statues of past emperors stand beside bustling markets where merchants from Africa, India, and the Far East trade silk, spices, and glass. The empire has become a crossroads of the world. At its core lies a new kind of politics. The Senate of provinces now holds as much power as the emperor himself. Each province sends elected delegates, former generals, scholars, or wealthy merchants, to represent its people. Together, they shape policy, manage taxes, and vote on laws that affect every Roman citizen, from Britain to Mesopotamia. But even in this age of progress, ambition still burns. The emperor is no longer seen as a god, but as a symbol of unity, a living bridge between old Rome's traditions and the empire's new democratic system. Yet behind the marble walls of Nova Roma, politics remains a dangerous game. Rival factions rise, each dreaming of a different future. Some want more power for the provinces. Others believe the emperor should still rule by divine right. Despite the tension, Roman culture thrives like never before. Latin remains the common language, but it evolves, simpler, smoother, filled with words borrowed from Gaulish, Arabic, and Greek. Theaters perform plays that mix comedy with history, telling stories of heroes both Roman and foreign. Art celebrates not just gods and emperors but farmers, traders, and inventors. Education is open to all free citizens. Children learn to read, write, and calculate, using tablets powered by simple mechanical gears, early prototypes of what future ages might call computers. Libraries rise in every major city, storing millions of scrolls and parchment books. The largest, the Library of Nova Roma, stretches across several city blocks, filled with scholars who study medicine, astronomy, and engineering under imperial grants. Religion, once the cause of division, now unites the empire. The Church of the Divine Trinity blends Christian faith with Roman tradition. Temples resemble ancient basilicas, but inside, candles burn beside statues of saints modeled after old gods, Jupiter the Just, Mars the Defender, Venus the Merciful. Festivals are colorful, joyful, and open to all faiths that honor peace within the empire's borders. Outside, life flows with the same rhythm that built Rome centuries ago, markets buzzing, aqueducts running, and legions keeping order. But the legions now carry banners of peace as often as they march for war. The empire's greatest weapon is no longer its sword, it's its stability, its culture, its influence. From the poorest farmer to the highest senator, every citizen knows one truth. Rome has not fallen. Rome has simply grown wiser. By the 9th century in this timeline, the Roman Empire has mastered something even greater than conquest, innovation. With centuries of peace, trade, and education, the empire's greatest battles are now fought in workshops and academies, not on battlefields. It starts with infrastructure. The Romans had always loved roads, but now their engineers take it further. Major trade routes are built with layered stone, metal joints, and drainage systems that last for centuries. Along these roads run relay stations, where mechanical carriages powered by steam engines carry people and goods faster than horses ever could. What began as an empire of legions has become an empire of invention. In Nova Roma, the Imperial Academy of Science becomes the pride of the empire. Funded by taxes and noble families, it draws minds from every province, Egyptian astronomers, Greek mathematicians, African architects, and Persian alchemists. Together, they create devices that would seem like magic in our own timeline. They perfect the aqua turbines, turning river currents into mechanical energy to grind grain and power workshops. In time, they discover pressure engines, using steam to lift stone blocks and move heavy cargo. Bridges rise higher. Ships sail farther. And the empire's cities glow at night with oil lamps fueled by refined mineral oils drawn from the deserts of Arabia. Medicine, too, leaps forward. Roman doctors, trained in anatomy through centuries of observation, invent surgical tools made of bronze and silver. Hospitals, called domus sanitas, exist in every major province. Clean water, sewer systems, and public hygiene keep plagues rare. Life expectancy climbs higher than any other civilization in human history. But perhaps the most astonishing change comes in communication. Roman scholars developed the Optica network, a system of tall signal towers using polished mirrors and colored fire to send coded messages across provinces. What once took weeks by messenger now takes hours. The empire's heartbeat pulses through light. With knowledge spreading faster, so does curiosity. Astronomers map the heavens from observatories in Hispania and Alexandria. They prove that the Earth circles the Sun, nearly 800 years before Galileo would have. Mathematicians develop early algebra and geometry that lead to mechanical calculators, simple but revolutionary. By the 11th century, the empire is already experimenting with magnetism, electricity, and primitive lenses for telescopes. But progress also brings pride. Some senators believe the empire's brilliance proves divine favor, that Rome was chosen by the gods to rule not only men, but the laws of nature itself. Others warn that such pride is dangerous, that discovery without humility can destroy what it built. Still, for now, the eternal empire shines brighter than ever. Its cities hum with machines, its seas are filled with iron ships, and its skies are alive with ambition. Rome has conquered the world once again, this time, not with legions, but with knowledge. By the 12th century, the Roman Empire is no longer a single nation, it's the heartbeat of the planet. Every road, port, and trade route leads to Nova Roma. Its eagle standard flies from the Atlantic to the Pacific, casting a shadow over nearly every known civilization. But this Rome isn't one of endless war. It has learned that power lasts longer when shared. Through treaties, colonies, and alliances, the empire connects the world in ways that once seemed impossible. Africa, rich in gold and salt, becomes the empire's southern engine. Egypt's scholars lead medicine and astronomy. Persia thrives as a hub of trade and mathematics. Even distant China, once separated by mountains and myth, now trades silk, paper, and gunpowder through Roman caravans. By now, the empire has divided itself into 5 great prefectures: Europa, Africana, Orientalis, Borealis, and Oceanica. Each governs itself under the emperor's law, connected by the Imperial Senate of Nations, where representatives debate policy through the Optica network. It's the world's first global government, a living machine of cultures, languages, and laws, all orbiting one center, Rome. Religion has changed too. The Church of the Eternal Light, born from a blend of Christianity, philosophy, and old Roman virtue, spreads across continents. In this world, faith and science don't fight, they work together. Priests study astronomy. Engineers quote scripture. Cathedrals double as observatories, and temples serve as schools. The empire teaches that order and reason are divine, that progress is holy. Economically, the world has never been richer. From the rainforests of Africa to the icy north, massive trade airships powered by steam and magnetism fill the skies. Global currency is minted from Roman silver stamped with the emperor's image. Education is universal. Even in the smallest towns, children study history, mathematics, and law, the pillars of Roman citizenship. But not everyone benefits equally. Some provinces feel trapped by the empire's rules. Local cultures fade under Latin influence. Rebellions flicker in faraway islands and deep deserts. Rome calls them civilizing missions, but others whisper of control and erasure. Even peace, when enforced by such power, can feel like a chain. And still, the empire expands. Explorers sail across oceans, mapping new continents and claiming them for Rome. In this timeline, there is no Columbus or British Empire, there is only Rome, planting its eagle standard in every new land it touches. The world now speaks one common tongue, uses one common law, and looks to one city for leadership. To most, that means unity. To others, it feels like silence. For the first time in centuries, the Eternal Empire faces a quiet question, one that no army can answer. Can a world under one flag truly stay free? 2,000 years after Julius Flavius Aurelius saved Rome from collapse, the Eternal Empire still stands. Its marble pillars have become steel towers. The Senate meets not in grand halls, but across glowing screens powered by light and magnetism. Legions no longer march, they fly, armored in bronze-colored exosuits, watching over a world where every continent speaks Latin and every city bows to the same eagle. To the ordinary citizen, life feels perfect. Clean streets. Endless food. Medicine that can heal nearly anything. Machines that think and speak in Latin, the descendants of the first mechanical tablets once used in schools. The Empire's scientists have reached the stars, building colonies on the Moon and Mars under banners marked SPQR. The dream of unity that began in 476 AD has spread beyond Earth itself. Yet, beneath the glory, cracks begin to show. The Empire's very success has turned into its greatest danger. The Senate of Nations has grown slow, drowning in debates and bureaucracy. Provinces no longer fear rebellion, they fear irrelevance. Art, once the pride of Roman culture, now feels sterile, controlled by algorithms that design beauty by command. The emperor, more symbol than man, speaks through artificial intelligence, a digital Augustus ruling through data. Religion has shifted again. The Church of the Eternal Light now preaches not of gods or saints, but of perfection through progress. Humanity has replaced faith with reason, and in doing so, begun to lose its soul. People obey, but few believe. They live long, comfortable lives, yet whisper in secret of something missing. Freedom. Mystery. The spark that once made Rome human. Outside the empire's reach, if such places still exist, strange signals begin to echo through space. Unidentified voices. Patterns that don't match human design. The empire's astronomers call them anomalies, but others call them omens. For the first time in 1,000 years, something unknown has entered Rome's world. In the Senate, a young delegate from the African prefecture stands and asks the question everyone fears. What if Rome cannot conquer this? A silence falls across the chamber. The empire that conquered time itself may finally face an enemy it cannot outthink, outfight, or absorb. And so, the story comes full circle. From iron swords to iron skies, from Caesar's throne to the stars above, the Eternal Empire has ruled longer than any civilization in history. But now, for the first time since its survival, Rome stands before the unknown. What happens when a power built to last forever meets something even older, or something not of this world? Will the empire adapt once again, or will the fall of Rome, delayed for 2,000 years, finally arrive among the stars? This is Echoes of Empires, where history never ends, it just takes another path.